With over 6,000 fans expected, Joshua revealed he had just one regret in his boxing career. Meanwhile, on Monday, in the world of football, Andres Townsend credited his mom for the wonder strike which helped Everton beat Burnley and maintain their unbeaten start to the season. The 30-year-old winger signed as a free agent in the summer, said he wrote back the years at Goodison after his mother, Katerina, sent him a video of his best goals. Townsend, who has 13 England caps, also set up Michael Keane's equalizer in a 3-1 comeback victory, which also saw Demarai Gray grab his third goal of the season. So it was Everton 3 at the end of the day, Burnley 1. In the Spanish La Liga, Getafe were defeated by Elche 1-0, and of course Real Betis also had a 2-1 victory against Granada. In Italy, Hellas Verona lost against Bologna. It ended 1-0 in favor of Bologna. Meanwhile, last season's Women's Champions League finalists Chelsea have been drawn with Wolfsburg, Juventus and Servette in Group A of this season's tournament. Arsenal are in with Barcelona, who beat Chelsea in the final, and tournament debutant Offenham and Kogi. Chelsea beat Wolfsburg, who have been in 5 finals since 2013, in last season's quarterfinal, their 4th meeting in 6 seasons. This is the first Women's Champions League season to have group stages. The game starts on the 5th and 6th October and end on 15th to 16th December. The 2 teams from each group will progress to the quarterfinals. And in the Men's Champions League, well, you guys already mentioned it earlier. Barcelona against Bayern Munich. Dynamo Kiev versus Benfica. I think if there is one club that Barca wouldn't be so much interested in playing, given what has happened in recent times, it definitely will be Bayern Munich. Before we talk about Dynamo Kiev versus Benfica, Feromi, what do you think? Robert Lewandowski can't just, if you ask me right now, I will tell you for free that I think he's the best player in the world.
I agree with you, absolutely. I mean, this man, definitely, any day, anytime,
Bless
I will
get to you.
I will agree with you. This man has actually been immense. You might want to say, okay, didn't really have, okay, if you are talking about the Ballon d'Or now, you might want to say,
I haven't said anything about it.
I am saying if we are talking about it. I know you are not talking about it, but I want to bring out something from me that if you're going to actually be talking about the Ballon d'Or and all that, to say, okay, general performance, both your club and of course your country, and people would actually want to argue to some extent that it didn't really have that much impact in the club side, but in
the club side,
I mean in the country side rather, but talking
about, we say that all the games he plays for Poland, he scores every time.
That's why I said some people, not me.
What do you mean some people?
Some people would actually, some people still argue that okay, they didn't really do well, they didn't really go far, but I will still say that it's not really down to him, so to say. But then, judging, taking this thing into perspective, I think, it's more of club than the country, because you play more in your club than you actually play in your country. But, talking about this guy's performance so far last year and even this year, he was really, really instrumental to Bayern. He really did so well, scored goals, break records that you would never even expect him to actually do. So I agree with you saying that this man is actually the best player at this point in time, if he's actually going to get anything at the end of the day. But talking about him being stopped by Barcelona, I think that is where the major problem will be at this point in time, because looking at Barcelona, looking at that defense, they still have a very shambolic defense as far as I'm concerned. They might have actually improved, so to say, so far this season by playing collectively as a team. They're not playing to anybody's strengths. There's no individual person that they are depending on to actually get them the goals. Depay is there getting them the goals and all that, but hey, even without him, I still feel that they are still together more this time around than they were when Lionel Messi was there.
How many games have they played to be able to tell that they are playing as a unit? How many games?
So far,
this is like
if you're only going to judge them based on the games played so far.
This is the biggest test of the season for Barcelona so far, and they are reeling with so much injuries, not just from the defense.
I'm not saying that they would actually win also against Bayern. I'm just saying, based on what they've actually done.
But back to the Lewandowski discussion, just last Wednesday on Just Football, we were here talking about, in fact, we were even talking about the hottest striker at the moment. We're looking at the record, how many goals Lewandowski has scored, Erling Braut Haaland as well, how many goals he has scored. And, Faith was, basically going in favor of Haaland. And I was even saying, for me, Lewandowski at that age, getting those number of goals, I feel like it is absolutely incredible, because there are only a number of people who could do that.
I think Haaland is just right behind Lewandowski.
far.
My point as well, but Faith and I had an argument on the show that day, and but for real, we know what Lewandowski can do at that age, and with the Bayern team as well. If you have to put the Bayern team and the Barcelona team side by side, at the moment, the Bayern team is heads and shoulders above Barcelona. And again, they are going to Camp Nou. The memories of the 8-2 thrashing comes to mind. It is. I'm telling you, Barcelona will not forget that in a hurry. But of course, it is an entirely different team, an entirely different circumstance. But at the moment, like I asked Feromi, this Barcelona team, I've not seen so much in them since Messi left. It is too early for you to start saying that they are beginning to play like a unit and not depending on anyone. Depay is there somewhere. If he's not on the pitch, they could struggle. Sergio Aguero is out injured. Sergio Dest not available. Lots of injury trouble. So you have to consider all of those things together and say, okay, it might be a very tough one for them. And really, a draw should be very okay for Bayern Munich.
Definitely going to be
very tough. And a draw perhaps should be okay for Bayern Munich there.
Sorry? A draw should be okay for Bayern.
I'm telling you, a draw that is not to say that that is Barcelona holding them to a draw now, not Bayern holding Barcelona to a draw. Yeah. You understand the point?
That's even if they get lucky to get a draw.
Exactly.
Okay, now let's talk about Robert Lewandowski. Will it be fair for this guy to retire without a Ballon d'Or?
Ooh.
Because now we're discussing awards. Because I looked at the last I think UEFA Best Player Awards that went to Jorginho, and I was asking myself, oh, really, Jorginho? I'm not even sure he's the best midfielder in Chelsea. To say he's the best player in Europe.
But you could talk about him being awarded based on the trophies he won last season.
That's right. The problem is, it is supposed to be for the best player.
Okay, so what are the criteria we're supposed to consider?
Jorginho's one can actually, we can actually
they
make
won
a
the
case.
Champions League, they won the Euros.
Definitely,
so,
it's something, and we can't take away his impact in those two titles that he actually won for his team of.
Was he the best player for Italy at the Euros?
I think he's one of the best players.
Was he the best, outright best? No.
Who was the outright best?
Well, they voted Donnarumma as player of the tournament for a start, and even on the field of play, it wasn't the best.
Who was the best?
Spinazzola, before he got injured,
I feel
everybody was talking about him. Even Chiesa had for me
today
a better Euros.
I won't say that. Maybe we are looking at the goals. Maybe we are.
No, okay.
Spinazzola wasn't scoring all the goals.
That is even Italy. What about Chelsea? Was it the best? Was he voted Chelsea Player of the Year last?
It wasn't actually.
So if you are not the best player in a title-winning team,
in your country, title-winning teams, how come you are the best player
on the continent?
What if we look at the impact that he had with his team and country?
Everybody has got impact. We are talking about.
I mean, some people have got more impact than the other. Some people have actually got more impact. So you think he had more impact
than the other players in those teams?
Are we saying that he's not, instrumental?
Okay, is he the best player on the continent in Europe?
Come on.
But you see, the summary for me will always be, when it comes to awards, it is always subjective. But I'd like for us to have a clear understanding of the criteria. Exactly. Let us have a clear understanding of the criteria that is used.
Who should have
which criteria should take more precedence over the other? We should start asking ourselves, is it the number of goals you score? Is it the number of trophies you get to win? Or impact, like you said, quote unquote? Because impact is even subjective.
If you are the best player in a winning team, that I can understand.
Credible.
I think it should have been Robert Lewandowski. Forget just the Euros. I mean, Bayern won the league.
Definitely.
And he was the best player in the German Bundesliga. With Ronaldo and Messi not having the best of seasons at their respective clubs, you have to look for the next available person.
And they had to actually go for Jorginho.
Okay, talking about Champions League tonight between Barcelona, the Nou Camp against Bayern Munich. Sergio Dest has been ruled out of the Champions League group stage opener against Bayern Munich today, as he still hasn't recovered from an injury picked up in the international break. Sergio Roberto is the most likely to start in Dest's place, with the alternative option being Oscar Mingueza. Dest's absence can be added to the ever-growing list of absentees. Ansu Fati, Sergio Aguero, Ousmane Dembele, and Martin Braithwaite, who is suffering from a knee injury, all currently unavailable for Ronald Koeman. On our Facebook fan page, we are discussing the UEFA Champions League, especially with focus on Bayern Barcelona. Tell us what you think. Well, it doesn't end there. Young Boys will also be playing Manchester United. That's 5:45. For the other games, they will be happening at 8. Bayern Munich, Barcelona, Dynamo Kiev, Benfica, 8 o'clock. Young Boys, Manchester United, Villarreal against Atalanta. 2 games coming up in Group F. Edison Cavani will miss Manchester United's opening Champions League game against Young Boys with a minor injury, but Cristiano Ronaldo has been named in the travelling squad. Uruguay striker Cavani picked up the knock in training in the build-up to Saturday's 4-1 win over Newcastle. Boss Ole Gunnar Solskjaer says Cavani will be sidelined for a week or so. In Group G, Sevilla will host Red Bull Salzburg, Lille against Wolfsburg. Group H sees Chelsea plays host to Zenit St. Petersburg, and Malmo versus Juventus. N'Golo Kante will miss out with continued ankle trouble, but is expected fit for Sunday's Premier League trip to Tottenham, while Christian Pulisic is still sidelined with his own ankle problem. Ben Chilwell has yet to play this season, and Thomas Tuchel said the fullback is in the race now, with Marcos Alonso so far preferred this season on the left as a wing back. Well, we're also keeping tabs on games coming up tomorrow in the Champions League. Test conducted this morning and confirmed that Guy Bale has suffered a long-term injury in his right hamstring. Maybe he shouldn't have returned to Real Madrid and just, made his loan permanent.
Even at Tottenham, he was still struggling with injury. Whether he actually came back or not, it's a name.
It's sad because I look at the potential that we
Real Madrid are also having, a major injury crisis in their game against Inter.
Yes, it's a problem, really.
Well, let's quickly take a break for the BBC Premier League updates. Well, you need to know this. It is important. Who is the most successful player when it comes to trophies won in the history of football? Anybody want to take a wild guess? Well, somebody believes it is Dani Alves. We'll be back after the Premier League updates.
BBC Premier League update from the home of Premier League football.
Hello, I'm Andy Barwell at the BBC Sports Centre. Everton have joined Manchester United, Chelsea and Liverpool level on points at the top of the Premier League table. Because Everton came from a goal down to defeat Burnley 3-1 at Goodison Park. All 3 Everton goals came in 6 second-half minutes around the hour mark through Michael Keane, Andros Townsend and Damari Gray. Everton boss Rafa Benitez said it was a great game and for his team, a great result.
It was very physical in the first half. We have some issues. We're trying to control the strikers, the second balls and the crosses, and it was not easy, but overall I think that we were okay. We were missing something more in attack. Then when we score our goal and then we cancel their goal, and we have more confidence. We play 4-3-3. We have better understanding of the game, better on the ball. Really pleased with the reaction of the team. Really pleased with the connection between the team and the fans, and that is what we are looking for.
The Burnley manager, Sean Dyche, wasn't happy with the outcome after his team had initially taken the lead, and it leaves them still looking for a first league success this season.
The thing is, we're quite a wise group, and I said, they know you can't wait for the game to give you something. You've got to make it happen, and so for that 6 minutes, it's killed the whole performance. That's the madness of football sometimes, because a lot of the performance was right for what we want to be and what we want to do.
The holders Chelsea and Manchester United are in Tuesday action on match day 1 as this season's group stage of the European Champions League gets underway. Chelsea start off against the Russian side Zenit St. Petersburg at Stamford Bridge. United with Cristiano Ronaldo in their squad, but no Edinson Cavani. They're away to the Swiss champions Young Boys. For more football news on the BBC, go to bbc.com/football.
BBC Premier League update from the home of Premier League football.
Okay, there you listen to the BBC Premier League update. Welcome back on Sports Bank. Thanks to you all, including those on our Facebook fan page. Abu Qasim was saying, good morning to you all. Anything can happen in football, but I don't see Barcelona beating Bayern Munich. Okay, so what are you saying? Jim O'Brien, welcome back home. Yes, well done, guys. Thanks to you as well. Okay, you're just saying hello. Thank you. Well, Abu Kasim back saying United will carry the day. Well, they're playing young boys.
I mean, they don't beat young boys. We should beat the young boys out of them. But I just want to take this one today. This from engineer Michael Chimeze. It says, even with Messi, they haven't won since 2015. That's talking of Barcelona. Without him, they can't win. It is just talking tough.
Okay, now let's quickly talk about before we leave. Nobody has won more in football than Dani Alves. The Brazilian returned home in 2019 after a successful career in Europe, ending his PSG contract and opting to play for his childhood club, Sao Paulo. But his 2 seasons there haven't ended as he would have hoped, and he has now left the club who owe him 3 million euros. Dani Alves became the highest paid footballer in South America when he joined Sao Paulo, but his salary has not been paid in its entirety, forcing the 30-year-old to lose his patience and refuse to show up for training after the international break. Well, it is what it is. I mean, the story came out yesterday. It's sad that this is happening. That I mean, when you work, you should get paid.
You should get paid, yes.
But you know, talking about getting paid. Neymar, have you guys seen a portion of his contract that was reviewed?
I mean, for saluting the fans, ethical bonus for saluting the fans, he gets certain amount of money.
Saluting the fans, not turning up late for training.
I'm not talking bad about the club outside.
Basically, you're getting paid for being decent.
Ethical bonus, they call it.
You're big.
But seriously, is it too late for me to get playing?
Can we sign up?
Please be nice. We'll leave on that note. Thank you so much. Bless you.
Thanks for having me this morning.
It's a pleasure to be here.
I'm sure I'll get a better
I will
answer.
play, Sha. I will join Super Falcons.
Okay.
You'll play?
Yes.
Maybe you play piano. Have a fantastic Tuesday. Thanks to Bolu. Thanks to Goke. My name is Tunde Olawuwo. Bye-bye.
Splash FM 105.5.
Wonderful people, how are you doing today? I hope that you are doing really, really great. Okay, today I have great news